Got a knot right there, Papa. Good job, Cookie. You got it down. Right here, Cookie. Edner, you got to. I need Vaseline on his face, guys.
On the inside, as I suggested, we might see concern about the heads. Here they come on the inside, and you see those heads banging away against each other on the inside. And later on in the round, that was a portent of things to come as these two fighters come together. There, oh wow, Tim Bradley banging his head into the side of the head of Edner Cherry. That one was bordering on intentional.
And as Pete Fernandez pointed out, the trainer cut man of the Cherry corner, a knot beginning to develop around the left eye of Cherry as a result of those clashes. And Cherry comes out with a little more purpose here in round 4.
Don't point your head.
Gary Ritter cautioning Bradley about the headbutts.
So he's aware of it. Now, Edner Cherry's now ripping double left hooks. I think that's a good strategy for him. I know he's enamored with his own right hand, as he should be. It's a good punch, but those left hooks by him, I think, are the key to him winning this fight, especially doubling with it.
It worked well against Wes Ferguson.
Yep.
He used the cherry bomb right hand, for the most part, to knock down Stevie Johnston 3 times.
Both men very active and very effective on the inside early in this round.
Good action. Wild miss by the bomb, and a good countering right hand to the top of Cherry's head by Bradley.
Cherry landed a monstrous left hook, but it didn't hurt Bradley, and that's something we have to look at. He is coming up to 140 pounds. Can he hurt Tim Bradley with his big punches? That's a question. He's not a monstrous puncher in the lightweight division.
Right.
Big left hook by Edner Cherry to the head, and that momentarily dazed the champion.
That's his punch. We said it in the keys, and I believe it is the way Edner Cherry needs to go in this fight.
Again, Bradley has never been on the canvas, and now he is on the retreat. He felt the sting of that left hook by Cherry.
That was the second big one in this round that Cherry landed. And maybe we have our answer as to whether Cherry can make him feel some of his power.
Bradley just walked into it. And a right hand as Bradley was backing up.
Now that time Cherry threw a wild sweeping left from the outside, and Bradley countered it. Good work by Timothy Bradley.
Bradley's got a solid chin, that's for sure. Because that was a hard shot by Cherry earlier, the left hook. Bradley just missing with that straight right. He was looking for the end there.
Very entertaining matchup, as we thought it would be. Both men doing an excellent job offensively and throwing a lot of punches. Very diverse arsenal by both men.
Bradley's straight right is his primary focal weapon, but he said, don't be surprised if I try to unleash the big overhand right, which did the job against Winter back in May. He says he doesn't use it very often, but when he does, it's done with purpose.
Time, whoa. Hold on. I'm good, Pop. Huh? Okay? Yeah. You'll be enough when you drink combinations. You gotta keep it tight. Hey, you can't open. You gotta keep that defense tight, baby. All right. Hey, you gotta keep that jab all night.
Edner Cherry found a home for that left hook in the last round, ripping the body by Bradley, and then there's Cherry coming over that right hand with his own hook. It was repeated, and this was the one that we thought maybe stunned Timothy Bradley, but toward the end of the round, Bradley made his own mini comeback. And it was this counter right hand. Good work by Bradley. That time, Edner Cherry was over-aggressive with the left hook and put himself in a bad position, and Bradley, being a very sound boxer, countered it.
And what Bradley does so well, Al, is he times his punches tremendously. That's one of his main attributes. And he felt coming in he could take advantage of Edner Cherry in that fashion.
We may be disappointed that our main event didn't get here tonight, but I'm going to tell you, this fight is living up to its expectations, and I had high expectations for it.
Well, I recall I think once when Jose Luis Castillo had his weight issues with Diego Corrales, and that fight was canceled. I think Vic Darchinyan stepped in, and it was the first time, he became a headliner, and he put on a tremendous show and really won people over. So Tim Bradley and Edner Cherry trying to do the same thing here. As we look at press row, it's all Tim Bradley, all the same scores. Lyle Fitzsimmons from the Florida Times-Union, James Jones from the Biloxi Sun-Herald, and George Kimball from ESPN.com.
I have a 39-37. Cherry got on the board with a very, very good fourth round.
Yeah, they all gave round 4 to Cherry.
You're right. Vic Darchinyan used that moment to vault himself, and that's what these two fighters are hoping to do as well. And so far, they're performing extremely well.
People can find the spotlight in this wild and wacky sport. Here's a good left hand, straight left, right on the head by Cherry. They find the spotlight in the most bizarre ways in this sport.
Right, get off his head.
And you know what? You got to grasp the opportunity when you can sometimes. Even if it's, after some bad news.
Now Cherry coming forward as he has most of this fight. Bradley told us he was going to push Cherry back, but it's really been Timothy Bradley kind of trying to lure Cherry in and counter him.
Good exchange there in the center of the ring as they just go toe-to-toe.
And again, early in this round, the Bradley jab has been effective, but there was Cherry countering over the jab.
There's a double jab by Bradley. Another jab sent Cherry back. He says, "You're not hurting me," which usually means just the opposite.
Cherry has let the momentum slip away from him in this round. Timothy Bradley's come back. He's used the jab as a focal point, and he's having a very good round.
You can see almost the look on the face of Edner Cherry. He was a very humble guy, very nice guy. He knows he's in with a class act right here in terms of boxing skill and technique and power.
Yeah, and that momentum he built up in round 4 has slipped away a little bit here in round 5.
It's Bradley coming forward. Cherry looking a little more cautious as each minute ticks away.
Time.
Well, CBS Elite XC Saturday Night Fight's going to be back on October 4th. Really a great card. Kimbo Slice, probably his toughest challenge yet, taking on Ken Shamrock. He's the world's most dangerous man, and James Thompson tested Kimbo's ground game. Trust me, Ken Shamrock wants to do the same. Also, female fighting sensation Gina Carano. She'll be fighting on that card as well. It's October 4th. Great night of MMA on CBS.
But, hey, keep it to him on the body, okay?
Keep that right on top all the time.
Always.
Always on top.
Just be careful with that overhand right he's throwing. That's the only thing he's got right now.
You're throwing your right hand. He's throwing it too. He's coming in. Okay. You almost catch him. Do you about a split second timing him? Okay.
Our efforts, the efforts that we put in, was not wasted efforts. Okay? Come on, son. Come on, son.
Frustration in the corner of Edner Cherry. Let's see if he goes back to using the jab more. He is so much more effective because his jab obscures the opponent's vision. He can't see the right coming after the jab, but he seems to have sort of gotten out of his game plan here, and Pete Fernandez trying to get him back on track.
You know what's interesting, and this is only the second fight Timothy Bradley's had outside of state of California. Of course, he went all the way to Nottingham, England, to win the championship against Junior Witter, and now he's down here in Biloxi. But almost everything, in fact everything else, has been in California for Timothy Bradley.